There's a lot of dealers who, in the fine print, they say, hey, any work that needs to be done, you got to bring the trailer back to us. What a colossal waste of time and money. All right. Hi, my name is Justin Prestige, owner of Custom Trailer Pros, and today I'm with one of my absolute favorite people in the world, John Myers, our service manager here at Custom Trailer Pros. If you've ever bought a trailer from us, chances are you've interacted with John, and we get the same feedback all the time. People love John. He's the friendliest, nicest guy you'll ever talk to. And so today I thought I would have John help me answer some questions that we get all the time from people who either are about to get their trailer or have just gotten their trailer. One of the questions that we get a lot of the times is what makes our installations different. We talk about it on the sales side of things, but you see it and experience it every day. What are some of the things that make our installs different?
Well, I feel like it starts with the people. You know, we have an incredible, gifted, and well-trained staff full of guys who hold themselves to a really high integrity level. You can see that in the fact that they're not cutting corners. They're actually taking steps to make things better than what you would consider an industry standard. On many of our systems, the way that we attach appliances, for example, we make custom feet for all of our appliances. We make custom brackets that go to the walls. So every appliance is attached to the floor so that it can't move. In our gas lines, every liquid propane system is custom built to meet the needs of every individual trailer that you have designed with us. And we are working to meet every local and known code. So we start with the people holding themselves to a high level. We use high quality equipment, and I think that shows in every one of our builds.
Yeah, it's a great point. And even as we hire people and look for people to bring on as part of our team, we want them to be skilled, but we also look for high character individuals, because there's times when they're working on stuff and there's no boss around looking over their shoulder or anything like that. And if they come to a point where they've got to make a decision on how they do something, we want them making the decision that's best for the customer, not what's easiest or fastest. Even it starts with our GM, Casey, who runs a tight ship here, and he's a very high character guy. And so he has that same level of expectation for the guys underneath us. We train our guys that way. And so even as we execute on the small things to the big things, we do it with our customers' best in mind.
You know, one of the other questions that I get all the time, and I'll let you take this one, is how much power are we really going to need in our trailer to run everything that we're going to have in the trailer?
Right. Yeah, that's a big question that we get. Obviously, the answer is it depends. Even like some of our install systems, we're going to analyze the equipment that's in the trailer for each individual trailer. We have a tool that we use that we've designed in-house that we call the electrical audit. And so we put all the electrical equipment in there. We see what our lowest electrical needs are and what our maximum electrical needs are going to be. We make sure that the panel box is designed to carry that much electricity. And then we also make sure that any power recommendations that we give, whether you're plugged into what's called shoreline power or a generator, that not only is that going to be strong enough to deliver all the electrical needs that the trailer has, but we want room to spare. We know that, hey, if your trailer is going to have 50 amps running through it, a 50 amp generator isn't going to have room for you to add a cash register and lights and fans and whatever else that you might want to put into it. And so we always try to leave room to spare on top of what our electrical audit says that it's going to be.
Yeah, so another really common question, which I like to have a lot of fun with when I'm dealing with our customers, because I know that some of the guys are actually looking for an excuse for a larger truck.
Yeah.
Maybe a food trailer is a good excuse for that.
Yep.
But we want to be as fair as possible. And so when I get this question, I'll let you tackle this. How big a truck do I need to pull my trailer?
Okay, so this can be tricky, but we do have a few rules that we can go by to help people figure out the right truck. And so we always want to have a truck that exceeds the weight limit of the trailer. So a smaller trailer might have 3,500 pound axles underneath it with a 7,000 pound weight rating. And so you want a truck that can pull above 7,000 pounds. If you have a truck and it's close to that and it's pulling, if its tow capacity is 6,500 pounds, we really don't recommend that, because even if the trailer only weighs 6 but is rated up to 7, if you're towing right at capacity all the time, that's going to be really hard on your tow vehicle. You're going to go through transmissions, you might have other problems with it. And so you really want to go above and beyond with your tow capacity, if at all possible. And the other part to keep in mind is you want a vehicle that is truly set up to tow trailers. Someone famously had a guy show up in a truck. It might be the most expensive truck that anybody's ever showed up with. It's not a truck that's really set up to tow. It's set up for off-road. It's a great truck for that purpose. It has soft suspension and all this stuff. And when he hooked the trailer up to it, it sags so bad. And so the suspension, all that stuff is not set up for towing a heavy vehicle. So that's a great example of the tow vehicle was rated to tow the weight of the trailer. And so even though they met that requirement, the truck itself wasn't meant for that purpose truly, for doing it all the time, all day, every day. And so that wasn't the right fit. So get a truck that exceeds the weight rating of the trailer, and as much as you can, get a truck that is set up to really, truly tow a vehicle, and you should be good to go. All right, John, another question that we get all the time is, has my trailer been fully tested before I receive it? We've actually put a lot of effort into our quality control checks. So walk us through what that looks like once we get a trailer in our hands.
Yeah, it's actually a really good question. We do test all of our appliances when they come into the shop prior to installation for the trailer to confirm that all of the refrigeration items get down to the temperature that they need to and hold that temperature. And we also fire all of the appliances once they're installed into the trailer and connected to the liquid propane system. So the answer to the question is yes, everything has been tested, both your cold appliances as well as your hot appliances. And then we also, while we have the trailer in the shop, we connect to shore power and we run all of the systems at full capacity just to confirm for however long we're going to have them in the shop that every system is working at the designed capacity. And we really want to try to push it to the limit. We know that, our customers' success hinges on their ability to get out in the field and fire that thing up and everything work properly. So we understand the importance of having everything work properly before it ever rolls off the carpet.
Absolutely. Yeah, the last thing we want is for our customers to get out there and something doesn't work right off the bat. So we do all that we can to make sure that that doesn't happen. John, another question that we get on the regular is, will someone be there to show me how to work my trailer when I come to pick it up? You're a great person to answer this question because you're the one who does most of the walkthroughs with our customers.
It's true. And it's a great question because it's fair. We engage with people of every walk of life and every level of experience. So there are people who come to us who say, I've been doing this for 30 years. All I need to know is where do I plug in and how do I turn things on? And that suffices. But the average person that's come to us really needs a breakdown of where to be looking for all of the places where they're going to turn things on, how to get water to the trailer, how to get water out of the trailer, how to power up all of their appliances, where they're looking for switches and things. So yes, there's a thorough walkthrough, and we walk through the four main systems. Typically every trailer that is outfitted with a custom kitchen has electrical, it has plumbing, it has a fire suppression system, and it has a liquid propane system. So I thoroughly walk everyone through all four of those. And if it's not me that you have an opportunity to be with, it's one of our other highly qualified technicians that'll be here on site to help.
Yeah.
And I also, too, like to clarify for people that it's not a mandatory thing.
Right.
So we don't want people to feel that it's absolutely necessary that they do it, but we want to offer it to them so that they can feel that they're moving out into the field with confidence.
Yeah, and I know that for our customers who can't come in person and experience that, we get a lot of people who do virtual walkthroughs with you where you're on the phone or whatever, taking them through the systems on camera so that when their trailer gets delivered to them, they're familiar with that as well.
That's right. And even one step further, not only am I able and willing to do the virtual walkthroughs while we have the trailer on site, but we've even done them in reverse. If it doesn't work out in the customer's schedule for them to be able to do a walkthrough on site or with me while the trailer is in Tennessee, we've even done the walkthroughs while they have the trailer in their possession, and then I'll get on the line with them and we'll take them through those same systems while they're actually in their trailer.
Which is awesome. Well, John, we've talked about quality control, we've checked the systems, all the stuff, but even with all that, sometimes there's issues after the fact. So we get that question, if I have an issue, are you guys going to stand behind it, take care of it? What do I do if that happens?
Great question. The easy answer is just give us a call, and we will help walk you through what is necessary. You can call and explain to us what you've got going on, and if that's the case, then we will develop a service ticket for you. We understand that people get into this business to make money, and they can't be making money if their pieces are down. So we do everything that we can to do this quickly and efficiently, and there are some steps that we can take internally to help that happen. There are times, though, that we will reach to outside sources local to where our customer base is to help make connections for people who can get on site quickly to take care of some of those problems. So they can either make a phone call or they can see us online, and they can submit a service request ticket online at our website. And outside of that, we will do everything that we can to make sure that we're dealing with some of these issues just as quickly as possible to get them back up and running. And in addition to that, what I have found to be I guess hugely appealing to some who don't, they are careful with who they bring into their food trailer space. For them to be able to choose the electrician or the plumber or the technician that's going to look at their appliance, for some, that's a really, really private space. And there's only a certain few people that they trust to be in that space. And so we're willing to work with our customer base so that we find the person that they trust to be on their food trailer specifically.
Absolutely. As a national dealer, we have a lot of experience dealing with vendors all over the country to make sure that we are getting our customers taken care of as quickly as possible. And so we've got trailers in Hawaii, in Montana, in Alaska, and Florida, all over the place. And so we're willing to help our customers create solutions locally. There's a lot of dealers who, in the fine print, they say, hey, any work that needs to be done, you got to bring the trailer back to us. What a colossal waste of time and money to make that a requirement. So we don't do that. We want the trailer to stay with you, and we'll work with you to find somebody locally to come out and do the work so that you can be up and running as quickly as possible. Amazing, John. This is all very helpful information. We hope that you have found this information to be helpful as well. If there's any questions that we missed, just let us know in the comments below. We'll be happy to answer them for you. If you did find this helpful, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. We've got lots of other videos on how to be successful in your food truck operations. We started this because we want to see our customers be as successful as possible, as quickly as possible. That includes you. So we hope this was helpful. Thanks, and happy trucking.
MG is from...
Can handle whatever your needs are. Just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding.
That is not accurate.
That's a joke. That's not accurate. It's close, but how did I start my answer again? Woof!